Salut pour tous, soyez les bienvenus dans le programme Planète Équitable avec Adesanete. This is the third episode in our series about the regenerative agriculture. Yesterday we laid down the principles for having a regenerative agriculture in your property. First of all, understand the context, so you will integrate your land use with the other land use in the territory. Minimize soil impacts while maximizing the diversity of cultures you will be working with. We will look into keeping the soil cover all year round, preferably with living roots, and integrate livestock within the management of the property. So those are the main principles we need to follow in order to implement a regenerative agriculture in our property, in our region. Each of those principles will have specific criteria you have to follow. So when you are implementing your activity, you will follow a specific criteria in order to achieve that principle. And each of those criteria will have specific indicators. And with these indicators, you can measure your performance against that criteria to achieve that principle. So when you do that, you have a framework which will allow you to measure how the regenerative agriculture is impacting positively the environment. It is a technique that allows you to produce a diversity, a multitude of goods and services for society, while producing grains, fibers, oils, and proteins which will feed, shelter, move, and feed the global population. You will also be producing ecosystem services, for example, removal and storage of carbon from the atmosphere, improving water quality and quantity, increasing the number of wild pollinators, and a lot of other services that you can measure using those specific indicators to achieve, to perform within a criteria that drives you to achieve one of the principles of regenerative agriculture, always comparing it to business as usual in other properties. And that's what we will be detailing for you in the next episodes. Follow us to learn more. Let God's peace and the love that builds be our weapons on our daily struggle for justice. É Desanete for tous les amis africains.